No. Laid back and kicking it. Let's head back.
Let's go beat up
No.
Listen, I know that I'm a stickler for details. I come from the old school, learn it from my dad, and I know our next guest, Bill Chow's from the old school. I've heard in past places that I've worked that I wasn't that well liked because guess what? I held people accountable. And also guess what? We won!
How about that?
Details, details, details. Details win, details lose. Are you winning now?
This is the Rod Pedersen Show.
I don't know who said it. Somebody said they missed Jordan, our director.
He's probably watching right now.
Going, yes, I'm irreplaceable.
This is what happens when I leave.
Episode number 301 is the first without director Jordan today, and we're giving the crew back there a hard time. Jordan, who says he doesn't get enough recognition, is now being recognized.
Oh, yeah.
It's hour 2 of the RP Show, everybody. It is episode number 301 of Canada's daytime sports talk show. Welcome in. I'm the Oprah Winfrey of sports talk, and that would make you the Dr. Oz, right? Or maybe Dr. Phil. That would be me.
I'll take Dr. Oz.
You'd be Dr. Oz, right? Welcoming you inside with your viewer comments. Clark told me that Facebook broke last night in terms probably writing some new coding in there or something, so we can't put the comments up on the bottom of the screen, so I'll just read them to you. Gary in Winnipeg says, Football Canada helmet looks great on the desk. It really does. Wow. I got to thank Jim Mullen of Football Canada, the president of Football Canada, for sending that in. I said, I got to say this again for you Saskatoon viewers, and I know we have many, particularly at the U of S. I was told to take down the green Huskies helmet because it doesn't fit on the green screen. I need the white mini helmet with the Huskies logo on it. I know they exist. I've seen them. And I was also told I got to ditch the Rams helmet too.
But the Rams one looks good still.
I was told to get rid of it. Period. Jeff, the Stamps fan, says you are probably a few billion short of being Oprah, Rod. Hey, I got a late start, okay? I'll catch up to her. What the heck? From Bleacher Report. Talk about fake news alert. Do we have something for that?
That's good.
Fake news alert.
That's good.
Notification from Bleacher Report. Boudreau interested in Leafs. Former Wild head coach is intrigued by the idea of joining coaching staff for his hometown team in Toronto. Is Sheldon Keefe interim? I thought he was replacing Mike Babcock on the regular.
No, Sheldon Keefe is the head coach. Bruce Boudreau, the report is he wants to come to Toronto to be an assistant coach. He was the head coach of the Wild. The Leafs had requested permission now to interview
It's not
him.
to be head coach then.
No. He'll be the assistant. He said he was willing to take a demotion, or to take a lesser role to come and be part of the Leafs. He's a defensive coach. I like it.
Headline was deceiving to me then. It should have said to be assistant coach.
Should have.
Anyways, let's do the quick 6 show topics, guys, and then move on. Tim Hunter will be joining us here. Thank you. Good work. Wednesday in the National Hockey League. That seems like ages ago already. But it was moving day in the Stanley Cup playoffs yesterday. In that, Colorado, Tampa Bay, and Boston all won their first-round series, and they are moving on, joining Vegas in the second round. I have to ask this. Is the St. Louis-Vancouver series the best of the first-round series? I got to say, I'm really liking Montreal-Philly. But you have watched more of Canucks Blues than anything else, right?
Yes.
And you would say that's the best
I
series.
would. I really like the Carter Hart, Carey Price thing and just the big David Goliath, right, with Montreal and Philly. I think that's such a classic series. That would be on the East. And then in the West, obviously, is the Vancouver, St. Louis. I mean, the defending champs and the team with no experience, but all the young stars. It's been a lot of fun.
The Philly-Montreal series is a series straight out of the 70s. I've said it a few times, and it has not disappointed.
Right.
It's been great. And by the way, the Habs winning yesterday to stay alive. Point 3, first of 2 news items in the Canadian Football League. CFL players to be subject to the Canada Employment, the emergency wage subsidy. So that's great. Clearly, the CFL teams got on that once they canceled the season on Monday. So at least the players look to be looked after. Financially, it'll be by the government, but the teams are doing the applications on behalf of their players. So that's great news. It would have been nice if they'd been paid during the break, the suspension, but whatever. Point 4, Stampeders releasing linebacker Nate Hawley to go to the NFL, or at least try to go to the NFL. Are there more of those releases coming? I hope that there are. But what big question here that I'll ask you to answer in 10 seconds, but where's the CFL going? Like in terms of news here with the NFL now 26 days away from kickoff, CFL's not going to be in the news, man. What are they going to do? Stay in the news?
I know. They're going to have to get innovative. They're going to have to get creative. This is the time to start announcing some of those evolution things, right? Of, whether it's events, CFL week, things like that, bringing things back. But the gaming side of it with the kids, I know they're into the gaming is important. Getting their technology in terms of the app or in terms of tracking stats and those things that you see in the NFL, being able to follow the league. That's what's so great about the NFL is you can follow the league, know everything that's going on, know all the players, be familiar. You can have fantasy drafts. You can excel in that stuff and never watch a game, right?
Well, and I'm sorry. So when's the last time you went to the CFL app?
They have an app?
Right. So I'm not ragging on them. And if you don't want to hear it, cover your ears in the CFL head office. But the Dark Horse app, because we had Jim Lawson on from Woodbine last hour. Tonight's racing, right? Thursday night races on TSN. I got the app right here. Here's the countdown. You can see it and tell you the window to open for betting. 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 45 seconds. 44, 43. They're counting down to you can place your bets for tonight's game on the Dark Horse app, which is our newest partner of our show. Remember when I used to ring the bell when we have a new sponsor? It is Woodbine and the Dark Horse app. It's technology. It's creativity. The CFL needs to get with it, and Jim Lawson said that last hour a little more delicately than I did. It's going to take a lot of work for the CFL. John in Edmonton says, I hate the CFL app. I use the Score app for my CFL. I haven't gone on the CFL app in years. So that's the thing. What are you going to do? Mm-hmm. Point 5. Body cam footage released of Masai Ujiri's altercation with the security guard in Golden State the night that the Raptors won the NBA championship last year. It's got people very worked up, obviously. And that was not my intention. It's just, you got the sheriff's department saying, it was a he said, she said thing. He says Majai started it. Mazai says otherwise. And then Ujiri's legal team produces the video yesterday, and it's very clearly the security guard shoving him back. The president of the Raptors is reaching in his pocket to pull out his credentials. He's getting shoved by the security guard. And what's terrible is the sheriff's office in Golden State's backing the security guard. I don't want to go over this all again, but it's gross. And that security guard isn't making things any easier for law enforcement, I can tell you that. Guys like him are the problem. Don't tell me the union's backing him. Then the union's wrong. Point 6, Blue Jays sweep the Orioles. And what are we even talking about that for? Because they're on the diamond in Buffalo right now, starting a doubleheader against the Phillies. Yeah. Things are moving fast.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.